ask you all a question before we go into the conservatory? Sure, I said. Can we go to the secret spot, Dr. Marcassius asked. Sure, I said. We then walked over to the secret spot. What is it, I asked. Do you two remember the first time I met you here? Dr. Marcassius asked. Sam nodded. It was too perfect for us, it was to protect us from Mommy and Daddy when you got your first note from the return, I answered. It was hard for me to believe that was 10 months ago, said Dr. Marcassius. Why? I asked. Because of how Robbinsog in Chicago are now, said Dr. Marcassius. Dr. Marcassius then burst into tears. What is wrong? Hannah asked. I should have ignored the return altogether, said Dr. Marcassius. No, you wanted to save your mother, said Hannah. Then we wouldn't have been able to even try to save Mom, I said. I know, but I have endangered Robbinsog. I put lives in Chicago at risk because of it, and because the United States has waged war on Robbinsog, said Dr. Marcassius. Do you still want a cure? I asked. Yes, said Dr. Marcassius, drinking his case. That's all that matters, I said. We're going to jail after, said Dr. Marcassius. Or to the asylum, said Hannah. I know, but it's not going to end well either way, said Dr. Marcassius. I am sorry, said Hannah. Me too, I said. Sam then opened his arms for a hug. Thanks, Sam, said Dr. Marcassius. Sam and Dr. Marcassius hugged each other, which is something that as an autistic guy is unlikely for Dr. Marcassius to do. Can we stay here at the secret spot for a few minutes? Asked Dr. Marcassius. Sure, said Hannah. Sure, I said. Sam nodded. We then all began looking at the pond. It's too bad that this is probably going to be the last time we're going to see fish, said Dr. Marcassius. I know, said Hannah. What if we aren't sentenced to very long because no one has killed anyone yet, I said. I didn't know about that, said Dr. Marcassius. Why? I asked. Because I have come up to a wall where I just can't think ahead, said Dr. Marcassius. What? Wall? I asked. I know about this. This is just a thing in psychology, said Hannah. I see, I said. You experienced one when you couldn't let go of the fact that you were the reason that you gave your mother her mobility issues, said Hannah. I see, I said. You had to bring that up now, Dr. Marcassius asked. To make a point, said Hannah. Dr. Marcassius, I really am not upset about her bringing it up at all now, I said. We have worse things to worry about. I know, but it upsets me that you think about that like that so much, said Dr. Marcassius. I didn't know that, I said. Neither did I, said Hannah. Sam, I could see, was stunned. I have been hiding this feeling for a long time, said Dr. Marcassius. How long is a long time? Hannah asked. It built up over time, answered Dr. Marcassius. I see, said Hannah. You really feel that way? I asked Dr. Marcassius. Do you know why Sam and I were so much closer before shows than with you? Dr. Marcassius asked. Then it hit me. No, I said. Well, it is true, said Dr. Marcassius. No, I said. And once we save Mom, I hope you forgive me. We will be closer, said Dr. Marcassius. Why? I asked. Because I have autism, and that is how my autism interprets things, answered Dr. Marcassius. I wanted to cry, but I didn't feel like doing it right now. You have autism too, reminded Hannah. I know, I said. Then I broke down crying. I promise that once we get out of jail, I will take you to whatever ceiling fan display you want, said Dr. Marcassius. Thanks, I said quietly. Sam then came over and hugged me, which I think is wildly out of his character. Thanks, Sam, I said. I am always here too, said Hannah. I know, I said. Hannah then kissed me on the forehead, and then we all sat by the pond. It was a beautiful day today, which leads to beautiful nights, I said. That means it will be for a beautiful last night of freedom, said Dr. Marcassius. I know, I said. Don't shove it down his throat, said Hannah. Good point, said Dr. Marcassius. Dr. Marcassius hugged me again. I then looked at Sam. His eyes were glistening against the pond, but I could tell he was still frustrated from all this shit. Are you doing okay? I asked Sam. Sam nodded. Are you sure? I asked. Sam nodded again. We're going to save Mommy first thing tomorrow, which means we're going to save Daddy too. Sam nodded. Are you going to talk like a human again? I asked. Sam then turned to me and smiled sarcastically. What do you mean by no? Sam nodded. No. You mean no? I asked. Sam nodded. Oh, okay, I said. We should probably head into the conservatory now, said Dr. Marcassius, who I could tell was coming down. Good point, I said. We then got up and began walking north toward the conservatory. So where are we going to sleep tonight? And decide, Dr. Marcassius asked. In the tubes, hidden, I answered. Okay, said Dr. Marcassius. We all need to be really quiet when someone is in the children's garden room after hours, I said. Will do, said Dr. Marcassius. That includes using our phones, because using our phones gives off light, which gives away our location, I said. Understood, said Hannah. You are our chief strategist, said Dr. Marcassius. Then you can call me Vice General, I said. We then all laughed at that remark. We then all entered the conservatory, and the desk lady wasn't paying attention on us, so we entered the plumhouse. Let's go to the children's garden and settle down immediately, I said. We then all went to the children's garden and up the slide entrance, and then we stopped ourselves in the middle of the way down and turned ourselves sideways to settle in for the night.